We did it.
Bitch, no, for real. Like, literally,
Oh,
it took us fucking 5 ever, but like, we're here.
2 months later.
No, literally, it's been so long.
I know, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, I haven't even been home. I'm like, he's gonna kill me. He thinks I don't want to talk to him. And I'm like, no, I literally want to. This is not me.
No,
But I'm
literally,
excited.
trust. No, yeah, I am too. I'm glad we got the hours, the time difference. All good.
When you messaged me on Tuesday, I was like, oh girl, I'm not home anymore.
Bitch, I'm dumb as fuck. I'm literally so dumb. I literally was telling my friend about it, and I'm like, I just realized, like, oh my god, I'm so dumb. I like with time differences because I'm so used to like it being with Chicago, and I'm like, oh yeah, perfect, like 2 hours, perfect. Oh yeah, my bad. That was a Danny
No,
mistake for sure.
totally fine. Totally fine. Because when I think I messaged you and then you responded, you were like, okay, so yeah, so this time. And I was like, wait. I was like, ah.
Ah, she's in
But it's
Florida.
fine. But it's fine. We're here.
It all works out. It's
It all works
everything
out.
happens for a reason, girl.
No, literally. It's just now the sinuses and the allergies are destroying me. But
Oh,
we'll make it. We'll make it. Can't
you're
complain
still
when it's nice
eating.
out
You're still
there.
eating. So don't even.
Oh, same to you. Yes, but obviously, so as you know, I probably have a more of a female volleyball audience, but I'm trying to kind of change that, get everyone involved in the men's side. Because I still watch a lot of men's, even though I don't cover it as much. I was just so busy with pro volleyball.
Yeah,
But that is changing. That is changing. I'm
her.
making I'm making it known that I will, because it's like I didn't get volleyball growing up, so it's like I want to be the change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, if you don't mind, and you want to introduce yourself and give everyone a little backstory for those that don't watch men's or don't know who you are.
Yes. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Danny Smithers. I'm a crazy to say it. I'm a former NCAA Division One
Ah,
libero. I know, crazy. I started off my career at Concordia Irvine. I committed when I was a junior in high school. And I was one of the top liberos in my class. I played at Sports Performance Volleyball Club. And then I ended up starting and playing at Concordia Irvine for around like a year and a half. And I ended up transferring mid-season due to some personal reasons. And then I ended up playing Division 3 volleyball for 2 years. Broke a lot of records and decided that I wanted to come back to Division
ah,
1. Um, and I knew that I wanted to play pro. So I decided to commit and play my 5th year at Menlo College, which is where I'm at now. And same conference as Concordia Irvine, MPSF. And the MPSF is like Pepperdine, BYU, UCLA.
mhm.
The people that don't know. And yeah, now I'm hopefully going to be signing a pro contract in the next couple of weeks. And
Period.
then also play with USA Volleyball as well, hopefully. So, but yeah, that's basically my story, my volleyball story.
Yes, that is that is the quick story. But do you want to talk about, because obviously I didn't even realize that the like men's D1 volleyball to D3 is like a real thing. Like, and for those that don't
Yes.
watch men's, also D2 and D1 compete in the same kind of,
Yes.
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
different for women's there.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, of course, like when you play any sport, any division is going to be a lot different. But especially in men's volleyball, it's so different. Especially for me being a libero, the speed is way quicker. Like when I came from Division 1 to D3, I literally felt like I was playing in slow motion because of how slow the tempo was. And just how slow everything was, honestly. And it was a lot easier for me to play. And then when you switch to Division 1, you have more athletic guys, you have taller guys. They hit the ball a lot harder. The speed is again so much faster. The serves are harder, and it's just a completely different volleyball game than Division 3. And yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. But Division 3 volleyball, it was like such an amazing thing for me, and I feel everyone should be open to playing any division because at the end of the day, you're playing high level volleyball. So, but yeah, that's like the biggest difference. I'd say.
Mhm. And do you want to also kind of go into? I obviously I don't watch as much D3 at all, but the difference between in men's, there's like a lot of international presence, especially in the top teams. But I mean, across all of Division One and Division Two, was that the same in D3, or what was that kind of look like? And do you maybe want to go into maybe why men's volleyball has more international players than women's? I mean, on the men's side, you're gonna know, but the women's side might not understand as much.
Yeah, oh my God, there's like a big question. Not a lot of international students are like foreign players in Division 3, because Division 3 again doesn't give scholarships.
Mhm.
And a lot of these foreign players could basically get their tuition and their schooling paid for in their own country, but those universities do not have volleyball. So their thought process is, oh, I'm gonna go to America and get a degree, but also play volleyball and hopefully get it
Mhm.
paid for, so I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, Division 3 doesn't give out athletic scholarship, but they give out academic scholarship. So that's why you see a lot of the foreign players go to NIIA, and that's where the most money is. And they basically get everything paid for and then play a sport and get a degree at the same time.
Hmm.
Um, and and yeah, and then I feel like there's some foreign players in the women's side, but you don't really get to see them on a bigger stage,
Hmm.
like men's does. And maybe that's just like them not playing at the bigger schools, or them not getting as
Hmm.
much like media influence as others. But you see a lot of a lot of the men's players, the foreign players coming in, like they're getting ABC Player of the Years every
Right.
single year. I think the last, I'm not sure this is like right, but the last person that was like American that got like Player of the Year was like 5 or 6, I don't know, six
Yeah,
years
I
ago.
can't even remember.
Yeah, it was
I have to look.
it's
I have
been
to
a
look.
while. So again, like I think their outlook is coming to the US and playing, and their caliber of play wherever they're from is really, really good. Like you look at like I played against both Nikolov brothers, and like they're
Nasty.
crazy. Like they're crazy. And like genuinely, like to me, like I'm like they're just playing for fun. Like they're not even
Right.
trying. Like they could just screw around and like literally be better than like everyone. And but again, it makes sense because it's like they were playing pro like their whole young
Hmm.
adult life, and like now they have the media influence, which also helps because if you're in LA or California where they were, that's gonna help you a lot.
Hmm.
And um, but yeah, no, that's like a loaded question, but hopefully that kind of
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
And do you think that the men's Division One, Division Two has to go to the international players because of the way that they're set up over there, like where they train at a younger age, or is it because men's youth volleyball just isn't big enough here yet, or kind of both?
Yeah, I definitely think there's a mix between both. I feel the skill level of the foreign players are a little bit more advanced just because they do start so early.
Hmm.
Um, like they're pretty much introduced pretty early, as in like we would play basketball or soccer. But again, like coming from the Midwest, I'm from Chicago. I didn't start volleyball till I was like 14 or 15.
Hmm.
But you see a lot of the California guys start playing when they're really young, and that's why California men's volleyball or boys volleyball is so good.
Hmm.
Um, and I think it's just a mix of just like not being as experienced, but also like boys volleyball, club volleyball is growing so much in the United States,
Definitely.
and it will continue to grow. And I think sooner or later, in the next couple of years, when they start adding more Division 1 teams, and just more teams in NCAA, I think the American players will
Hmm.
hopefully match their level a little bit better. But yeah.
Yeah, I can also definitely, I'm going to say this earlier, attest to, because I didn't even get to start playing volleyball till I was like almost 20. And then I ended up
Oh wow.
transferring and playing in AIA, and my entire team was Brazilian. My entire team, besides
Wow.
two
Okay.
people, was
Nice.
Brazilian.
Nice.
And they were so good. But yeah, they literally were like, "Oh yeah, I got more money to play here than anywhere else." And I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
that's fair."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely true. But I don't think that's the case on the women's side. I think it's just the men's side.
Yes. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
But also, do you want to kind of go into, because obviously you touched base a little bit on pro, do you want to talk about like the difficulties? Because I'd say high level women's, they understand the difficulty being a libero to go play overseas. That's why we see in Love
Yes.
and MLV, we have such good liberos in both of those leagues because they don't get paid shit overseas. And just I feel like liberos get the butt into the stick anyway. If they lose, it's always the libero's fault. And just do
Yeah.
you want to go into like what that's like trying to find a contract, what how they get treated a little bit, and just like how it's just like hard. It's just hard to be a libero.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Like such another loaded question. Your questions are so good. Um, so yeah, like starting off like men's volleyball, since the pace and how hard we hit the ball, digging the ball perfectly or digging the ball in like a good area is like okay, like wow, he's probably pretty good. But getting the ball up is our main priority, and coaches outlook on that is like, oh, everyone can do that.
Yeah.
So why do I need to recruit a libero or a defensive specialist when I can just put one of my outsides that's really good at ball control in left back and have them wear
Hmm.
the libero jersey? And that's the big difference. Like women's volleyball, you have set liberos, and it's really important to have a really good libero because that I feel it really does make a huge difference
100%.
in women's volleyball. And also like with men's volleyball, like all these guys are so athletic, and so good at their craft and what they do.
Hmm.
And for them, it's pretty easy just to step into that spot and do pretty well until they really start to know like how to play libero and how it works,
Hmm.
and then they're like, oh wow, this is actually like a really challenging position. But yeah, that's the same thing in pro. It's hard because of course I want to go to Europe, and they could easily just grab a libero from their country or an outside from their country that's a lot cheaper than what I would do. What I would be like basically like they it would be cheaper for them just to grab a player from their own country rather than me because I'm a lot more expensive to them. And
Hmm.
why not just grab an outsider, an opposite, or a setter that's really good in the United States rather than a libero that quote
Hmm.
unquote doesn't really matter that much. So it's been hard. Like it's been really really hard. And most of the liberos that they grabbed from the U.S. are on the USA teams, or like have had experience in the USA teams, and I had a experience a little bit when I was younger, but ever since I went D3, I've kind of stepped away from USA. So yeah, it's definitely hard, but I'm hoping in the next couple of years, and I feel like slowly it's starting to become a thing where people are realizing like when you have a good libero on a team, like they make a huge impact, a
Totally.
huge impact. And I mean, you see it all over men's volleyball. You see it all over like women's NCAA and pro. So hopefully in the next couple of years, probably when I'm retired, liberos will get a little bit more recognition and more money because
Hopefully.
it's hard. It's seriously it's really hard. And yeah, just props to all the liberos out there that are struggling with the same thing that I am doing. So
Mm. Yeah, and I think definitely for those that watch, like just off the top of my head, you can think of like UCLA last year. They really struggled because they just kind of took whatever outside they didn't think was performing as well, and they
right,
made them play left back.
right.
And it was like they all did a a fine job, and the one that ended up kind of sticking, he did pretty good.
Mhm.
But then Chris comes in, and I feel like it's been like night and day different for them this
Yeah.
season. Just like
No.
having somebody
Yeah.
that actually controls the backcourt.
No. Yeah. It's a big difference. It's like, and like you said, like they can do the job, but it's running the backcourt and being a leader back there, and
Exactly.
like basically saying like anything like that's not at the net is my job.
Hmm.
And I feel like I mean it takes a very unique person to be libero. Super loud, super communicative, super gritty, and a little bit bossy, honestly. Like you want to be a little bossy, because you need to tell people like where to be on serve receive,
Hmm.
and where to be on defense and all that stuff. So yeah, no, it's a huge difference. I think putting an outside as a libero, it's good, but then when you put a libero, like in the heart of libero, it goes to great, and then excellent, of course, when they start performing well and get comfortable. So
Yeah, agreed. Especially in when outsides like they're not used to left back, the ball comes so much faster at you in left back.
yeah, faster, yeah. No, yeah, middle back. I don't know. See, I middle back is hard too because I
No, it
remember like,
is.
and like especially during plays, like if it's a long play and I'm like running down a ball in middle back, I'm just gonna play middle back. I'm like, move my outside to left back, like move.
Yeah.
But you get to cover a lot of court. But like left back is super specific because like you have the donut, then you have 4-4, you have 2-2 shots. Like you
Hmm.
also have that deep corner technically. And then when you get really good, like that whole left side of that court, that's all yours.
Hmm.
And but then when you get to the Division 1 level in men's, they're just hitting the ball so hard, and if you don't have good blockers, you're kind of screwed. So
Yeah.
that's at that point you just get touches on it, and hopefully it's up, and like not get like
Right.
six packed in the face.
No, literally. Do you want to also kind of go into, I think, a lot of people that are like exclusively watch women's, and even, I mean, I still see it all the time for people that watch men's. There's a lot of complaints about missed serves, and I will agree that there is definitely more than there should be, but I don't think
Yes.
people understand that like men's volleyball is played from the service line. Like you
Yes.
have to be so aggressive from the service line.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's probably especially like nowadays men's volleyball. Like if you're not a good serving team and like aggressive in
Mhm.
serves, um, you're not really gonna win a lot of games. Like you'll definitely win a couple games. Of course, serve and pass is like the bread and butter with volleyball.
Mhm.
But because of how hard these guys serve, I mean, when I played UCLA, they were probably going around like high 60s, low 70s.
Mhm.
And again, there's gonna be a lot of error with that. Like you're
Yeah.
not gonna just like serve a ball 70 miles per hour in the same seam every single time. Like there's going to be a lot of errors, but the risk versus reward, right? So I'm going to
Mhm.
risk serving the crap out of this ball as hard as I can, but the reward if it's in, it's probably going to be an ace or an out of system ball.
Mhm.
And again, like nowadays like with the ball control in Division 1 volleyball with the outsides, like every year there's more and more outsides that can pass super super
Mhm.
good, and to get them out of system is again just like super important. But now when you go against teams like a UCLA or a Pepperdine, even when they're out of systems, it feels like they're in system because of how
Right.
athletic all these guys are.
Yeah.
So but yeah, no, you'll see a lot of missed serves in the men's game, but let's just say like on TV it does not do it justice. Like you have to be on court side to see how hard these balls are coming in, to a point where
Mhm.
sometimes I don't see the ball and I just put my arms out. So
Yeah.
but just hoping for the best.
Yeah. I think also a big difference from women's to men's is that, I mean, obviously when I coach, like even though I coach mostly girls, I would hope like to change that. But like I'm big on like don't free ball. Like if you can swing at it, you have to swing. And even in women's
100%.
D1, we see a lot of free balls on balls that could be swung at. But in men's,
Mhm.
like that can't happen. If you can swing at a ball in men's, you literally have to.
Yeah, yeah. Again, like anything easy. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely the difference between a high level Division 1 team where they can serve consistently in hard and basically make the team on the other side of the net work every single ball.
Mhm.
Because if a free ball does come over, like there's a pretty much like a 90% chance that like a
Agreed.
free ball side out, like they're gonna get a kill, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be like a momentum kill as well,
Yeah.
um, which is also a huge thing, of course, in volleyball. So yeah, no, I agree with all that.
Period. Okay, so kind of shifting gears, do you want to talk about what it's like to be like a love athlete? And even though obviously League One Volleyball is a women's league, what that means to be a part of their team and what that means for you?
Oh my gosh, yes. Being a love athlete is probably one of the best things that happened to me in my career. And I wish it happened sooner, and I wish that was a thing sooner, especially when I was
Mhm.
younger, starting as a freshman. And I coach at a love club in Chicago called Chi City Volleyball.
Aw,
Shout out Chi City. I'll
love
be seeing you
that.
guys soon. And it just taught me so much about the mental aspect
Mhm.
to volleyball, and just how to nurture athletes into like positive thinking, and just guiding them and just like helping them out through their process, because I feel like a lot of athletes that are either my age or older can agree on the fact that like I didn't have help that I needed, especially when I was
Hmm.
young playing volleyball and when I was in club. I had a lot of mental things that I had to go through. Same thing with like my first year of college. So to have love and to have mentors, that with me being with like a student athlete of love, it's so cool because I can see athletes grow, and even the girls that I coach at Shy City, it's so cool to talk to them and be like, oh my gosh, like I went through the same thing, like let's talk it out and like let
I
me
love
like
that.
help you. So and again, like it's super cool thing, and it's also a really cool tool that people have.
Hmm.
um but yeah, Bailey, so amazing, literally she's such an
Ah,
angel, she does so much for
I
all
love
Love
her.
athletes. Yeah, and she gave me like blessed me with the opportunity to sign with them a couple months ago, and it's been amazing, like it's been awesome. I haven't done any love like events yet because I've literally
Mhm.
just finished season. But I hope to keep working with them in the future because I'll be coaching with a love again, another love club in the summer. And yeah, I just love, I just love.
Yeah, same. I like got to meet, well, Bailey and I had talked a little bit before I got there, but being at the Love Championships, everybody I've met has been so
Oh,
like they actually care so much. It's crazy. Like they are just so much more than a company. Like they're actually like such a family oriented. It's crazy. Like
angels, yeah,
I literally love
literally.
them. And Bailey like loves her job. Like she
No, she
loves
does.
working. Like she loves it. I love her.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
She's an angel. And she's so genuine. Like you would think that it's not real. Like it is though.
Literally is. Yeah, she cares so much about love and just her athletes, and like yeah, she's definitely a person that I wish I had when I was younger, for sure. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. And we'll kind of I have like a two-part question about last part one. So do are like what love is done for like volleyball in the US, like it's kind of like men's volleyball is a couple years, more than a couple, behind like women's in the States, I feel like. Like we're definitely it's catching up. It's catching up, like, with the expansion of the tournament this year. It's getting there. We're going places. And then maybe eventually we'll split D1 and D2 and have its own thing.
yeah.
So progress, hopefully. Nobody should be cutting their programs at GCU. This is at you.
Yeah, girl, for real.
That's at you.
I'm
Well,
like,
actually, we'll go into that. We'll get into that. But
anyways.
and so like where love is like love and even MLV is like just creating a space for people to be able to play in front of their families and friends and be in a country that like a lot of the women that come back and play, like they have such good things to say about being close to home and like being treated so well here.
Mm,
And do you think like that is also going to in turn kind of help men develop that way and maybe eventually have a men's league as well down the road?
yeah. Um, yeah, it's definitely down the road for sure. I think it's definitely be a culture shock because in the men's volleyball game, we've always known about just going overseas.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of the younger guys are probably going to want to go overseas because we're young. Like most of us don't have families or like a husband or wife or fiance. And a lot of those players that did go overseas are now coming back to the U.S.
Mhm.
And playing near all their families, which they've all dreamed of because some of them probably haven't played in front of their
Mhm.
families since college ball.
Right.
So it's super special, but I'm hoping it does with the men's again in the next couple of years, probably more. But we have VLA, which is
Mhm.
semi-pro, and they have also with women's with that, and men's of course. Pretty similar, but nothing compared to the stage that the MLV and Love have. Um, but no, I hope it does because I think that would be so cool if I
Mhm.
did go to Europe and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to the United States, play near
Mhm.
my family in my hometown in Chicago. But I definitely feel it will happen. I definitely
Yeah.
will. I know they're trying to push for it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And I think I'm pretty sure that volleyball, men's and women's, is like the number one growing sport still. Now, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty
Yes.
sure it is.
Probably. I
Um,
know men's is.
I was to say, I'm pretty sure men's is like the number one men's sport growing. I think women's volleyball
Yeah.
still is up there. But I think it's definitely coming, and I think just like people want to get on board. Like I like being at the League One volleyball finals, or championships. I was like, wow, there's like so many non volleyball people buying in. Like they want to support women's volleyball, women's sports. So And I'm like,
Yeah.
whether it's because they want to invest in a product that's going to give them return on their money, or because they like volleyball, I think it's just people know that volleyball is here to stay. You know?
No, yeah. No, yeah. And I love like, oh, women's volleyball is like how I got into volleyball in the first place.
Same.
So all I watch is women's volleyball. I really don't watch a lot of men's.
Same. Well, I watched some
Just
men's, but
because see, like I just find women's volleyball so much like
it's so
more
technical.
entertaining.
It's so
It's
technical.
technical and like for guys, like they can get over like the form and like the technical stuff because of how athletic they are. And it's like of course
Yeah.
there's a bunch of very athletic women out there, but the rallies are long. There's like
Hmm.
6'8" like woman at this net that's only 7'4", and you're like, holy crap, like that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it's just so cool. And like anything with like women's in sports, like girl, you have me set. Like you already
I'm
know I'm gonna
sad.
be watching that.
I'm
Like
sad.
literally though, like literally.
Yeah, I definitely what I'd say. I definitely watch almost every single Power Four volleyball match every
Oh,
year.
100%. I
Like
watch
I'm
almost every match. I'm like, and all
like
my girlfriends are on the teams too in NCAA. So I'm like my
period.
girl Whitney. Like I was like, I'm gonna be watching her at Penn State this year.
Whitney, that's I'm obsessed with Whitney. I've literally I don't know if anyone that watches this knows. Like I make so many videos about how I'm so obsessed with her. I am like
So
ready. I'm
she's
so ready. Oh,
no, yeah, she's
she's
like one of
literally
my besties, and she's gonna ball the frick out this year.
yeah, I
So,
remember I had messaged Kennedy Martin again, and I was like, "So, how's my girl Whitney doing?" And I don't even know
eee,
Whitney, but like, I just love her. And Kennedy was like, "I tell her every day how good she is at volleyball." I was
yeah,
like,
literally.
"Period,
I do too,
period."
girl. I do too. I think
Like,
everyone does.
I've been known, and I'm telling you
Oh
right
yeah.
now, if
Oh yeah.
Texas had played Whitney in the SEC finals, they would have beat Kentucky.
Girl,
Shoot
don't
me,
even talk about
shoot
it.
me, shoot me.
Let's just say I don't want to say the wrong thing on camera.
It's okay, I will.
I was like,
They
that's
know
what
I
you're here for.
will. They know I will. They know I will.
I'm so fucking done.
It's fine. I've accepted the fact that like nobody wants to talk freely about stuff, and I will. I'll be that person.
Girl, honestly, praise you, girl. Praise you.
I know. Honestly, actually, that kind of segues us into kind of like the Jordan Lucas stuff. Because
Yes.
obviously, so his best friend obviously posted it, and then somebody sent me his story, and then I was obviously furious because what do you mean this announcer
Yeah.
is saying this on like live television? And so I like literally took like 45 minutes. So like I need to not cuss the man out on my social media before I make a video. So I like sat there and I was like getting ready to go out. Like I was gonna have a night on the town. I was ready to have a good time because I don't ever do that. I'd be sitting in my house doing nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm ready to go out, have a good time. And then somebody sends this to me, and I was like, are you kidding me? You want me to now I gotta stop what I'm doing and make
Yeah.
this video?
Make a video.
So then I was like, honestly, I don't have that big of a platform, but you know what? If I can post something that maybe gets to somebody that gets to somebody. So
You
I
do
posted a
though. You
video.
do.
It's getting there. It's getting somewhere. But
You do.
then Ariel made a video and I was like, ooh. I was like,
Yeah.
period. We're getting places. And then I
Yeah.
watched him, I'm like, oh, it's blowing up. Period. Period. And I'm like, I'm so happy for Jordan because I feel like he's using his platform so well. Like, I watch
Yeah.
all the interviews and I'm like, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do with this, like inspiring the young LGBTQ kids to be authentically themselves. And I'm so here for it because men's volleyball would still not be where it's at without the LGBTQ community because of just
100%.
like how many young players are in the LGBTQ community that volleyball just wouldn't have enough people. Like, I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's my
No,
tangent.
yeah. No, yeah. It was yeah, that whole situation was crazy. Like I'm friends with a lot of his friends and I saw
Mhm.
that and I was just shook. Honestly, I was more surprised because it was in Southern California. Um, but I came from an Irvine school and um yeah, let's just leave it at that. And it's not the best. And yeah, like it was just crazy, but I'm so glad that he's using that instead of something that could hurt him and like hurt someone. Like
Mhm.
he's using it to power and to fuel his play. And like Jordan and I have been playing a lot, like in club. Like we played a lot versus each other in club, and I've of course known about him. And I'm older than him. I'm older than everyone, sadly.
Not me. You're not older than
Oh,
me.
this count.
Promise. Promise.
Shut up. You're like what, like 19 or something? What? Like,
These gray hairs say otherwise.
I'm so dead.
Trust.
But yeah, and I'm just like glad that it worked out in his favor
Hmm.
because like what that guy said was terrible. But it also shows that even in the sport of volleyball, like there's always going to be some sort of hate and homophobia towards like the community.
Hmm.
Um, and let's just say like he's gonna ball out and he's gonna have a great
Agreed.
season. And I hope and pray that he continues to use that platform to mentor kids
Love it.
in the community. So
Yeah, I agree. I think both of you all, first of all, especially if you start posting it again, posting a lot, and everyone gets to see both, like just young gay kids getting to see gay players, like it's just like good role models for them. And honestly, like I wasn't expecting how much positive came out of the situation, but I was
uh-huh.
so glad to see it that way. I was like, oh my God, this is like, wow, like people are like watching volleyball that would never have watched volleyball before. Like it ended up being like
Right,
so
right,
positive. So
right.
everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a
No,
reason.
100%, 100%.
And I'm just glad that it ended up being like a super positive thing that came from it.
No, yeah, 100%. Yes, totally agree.
I love him. And also, yeah, I've also watched him, like him and Tyler Morgan when they like played club. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God. I loved like you're like that whole your all's whole years of club were all like such good volleyball. It was insane.
So iconic. Like it was just like rip after rip after rip, like
Literally.
dig, dig, like yeah, our I think they're I'm not sure